Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm going to say that until somebody shows up. Happy Wednesday. Today is Hump Day, Wednesday. And I figured, what better day to come to you to talk about my new favorite subject, radical self care. Wednesday is a great time to talk about radical self care as we move toward the end of the week. So now let me get myself up here. I am Iyanla Van Zant, and I have a great radical self care tip for you today. So come on in. Now, I don't know about you. But I have felt the need and recognized that I have a need to take better care of myself. Is anybody on that step with me? Because this world is busy and it's buzzing, and quite frankly, it feels a little crazy. And if I'm not careful, if you're not careful, if we're not careful, we will catch the crazy that's buzzing around. Now, I'm going to tell you this while everybody's loading in, because you know I tell everything. So I wanted to come and bring you this radical self-care tip. And I had this beautiful setup and all down in my studio and Buddha and everything, and candles and light and whatever, only to discover that I can't shoot on this platform in that format. I've got to sit and be straight on to the camera. So I'm going to do my very best to bring you all of the tips and information that I have for you today, even though I'm in this small space and I've got to move stuff around. So bear with me, okay? This is Radical Self-Care Wednesday, and we're going to get some tips that'll get us through the end of the week and through the weekend, all right? So if you need some self-care out there, and if you're ready to take just a little bit of time, that's why I think it was important, even necessary, for me to share with you what I'm calling radical self-care, because it's a state of mind and it's a series of actions and behaviors that ensure and secure a sense of well-being, both internally and externally, okay? Now, the average human being, and I think there's some of y'all out there, is prone to the habit of supporting other people, doing for other people, giving for other people. Yet we're often not willing to take care of and support ourselves. And as I said, with all of the crazy buzzing around in the world, it's necessary. It's time to shift that level of consciousness into some TLC for yourself. So today I want to share with you how to use 20 minutes out of 48 hours, at least once a week, to shower yourself with some radical self-care. Okay? Is that going to be good for you? So today, what I want to talk to you about is a warm oil hand soak, a salt scrub, and a self hand massage. All right? That's what I want to talk to you about. All right? 20 minutes. Now, it may take me a little longer because I'm in this little space, but let's get started. Okay. Now, I'm sure that we all know that the brain, the heart, the liver, the pancreas, all of these are organs that are important to our body in order for our body to help function. But did you know that you can stimulate, that you can balance, that you can nurture and nourish every organ in your body through your hands and through your feet? Now, anybody who knows about reflexology knows that, but there are many people who don't know a darn thing about reflexology, nor do they know that you can stimulate, balance, nourish, and nurture every organ in your body through your hands. So I want to show you this chart. Can you see that? Let me see. If I had known, I would have put it on a PowerPoint. But if you look at this chart, it shows you where the nerve endings for every organ in your body are located on your hands. The same is true for your feet, but your hands. I mean, your brain, your eyes, your ears, your pancreas, your liver. If you've got a headache, if you've got eye problems, if you've got diabetes, whatever, do you know that you can get to it on your hands? And in life, what can we do without our hands? We can't do anything. They are such an important part of our body. but we don't really pay attention to them. We do what we do, but when we're talking about radical self-care, when we're talking about having access to every organ in our body, whether it's in the palm of your hand, where you can stimulate your brain, your liver, your fingers, but we're going to talk about that today. Okay, that's what I want to talk to you about, taking better care of your hands so that you can take care of better care of yourself. So we want to talk about I want to talk to you about a warm oil soak for your hands, a salt scrub or an exfoliating scrub for your hands, and a self hand massage. How about that? 20 minutes. Can you do that? You know, exfoliation, a salt scrub. It's very important because it takes away the dead skin. You know how sometimes your hands will get ashy or dry right between the fingers, and particularly for guys, right up in here? That's because you got dead skin cells, and you've got to get rid of them. And as you do that, you're stimulating what? The organs in your body. So let me tell you, first of all, I've got 3 kinds of salt. I want to talk to you about salt that we're going to use to make the scrub for our hands. First, there's pink Himalayan salt. Can you see that? It's pink Himalayan salt. And pink Himalayan salt, which has trace minerals and it has really lower sodium than regular salt. We're going to use that because the grains are really, really fine and they're really good for exfoliating. Next, now I love this. Here I have black Dead Sea salt, and it has activated charcoal in it. This black Dead Sea salt is also good for things like rheumatoid arthritis or psoriasis. You can use this to help your skin, all right? You can also put this in the tub and soak in it, all right? You can even put the hoo-ha in it. And then I have good old fine grain Epsom salt. Everybody knows about Epsom salt, but did you know that Epsom salt, what makes it so powerful is the magnesium and the sulfate. And it really works well on muscle aches, inflammation. But did you know that Epsom salt helps reduce the stress? So if you want to relax at the end of a hard day or after an upsetting day, soak for 20 minutes in some Epsom salt. All right. And if your bones are hurting you and stuff, put the black Dead Sea salt in there. And these things are available. You know, you can get them from my husband, Amazon. You can use any one of these or all 3 of these to make a beautiful exfoliating salt scrub to soften and nurture your hands. Remember, we're talking about the hands because the hands give us access to all of the organs, all of the systems in our body. Now, in order to make your exfoliating salt scrub, you're going to need some oil. All right. Now, I like grapeseed oil. I'm not going to show you the name of the product because then that's free product advertisement. I'm not doing that. Grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil protects the skin against free radicals, or what I call the cooties that are floating around in the air that do damage to your skin. Free radicals don't have an electron, so they're just floating around and they'll jump on anything that has an electron. That would be you. But grapeseed oil moisturizes the skin and it balances all of the energies in the skin. It's light, it easily absorbs in your skin, and it's economical because we don't say cheap when we're talking about self-care. Then I have apricot kernel oil. Love it. Apricot kernel oil on the skin maintains the softness because of the way that it connects with the cells in the skin. It maintains the softness. It's also good for your hair. People who got dry hair, or if you have locks like me, apricot kernel oil is really good. And it supports, this is the big thing, listen, it supports and boosts the immune system. And since we're working on the hands and we want to get to those nerve endings, apricot oil is really, really good because it boosts the immune system. Now, it has a little high price tag than the grapeseed oil, but this is radical self-care, so you're worth it. You are worth every moment. You can also use almond oil, avocado oil, jojoba oil, and if you're not in your budget, you don't want to buy anything, just use some olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. Now, what you want to do, this is what I do. I do this. You want to boil some water and you want to put it in a bowl. Fill the bowl up. Then you want to take another bowl and you want to put your oil in there. See, I had all of these things set up in my little studio for you, but I can't do that. What that will do is it will heat the oil gently, as opposed to you putting the oil in a pot and trying to heat it up, and then the steam will go up and it'll burn off all of the elements that are in the oil. So you don't want to do that. Now you see these little lovely bowls? I purchased these little lovely bowls at a store where everything costs $1.25. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. I can't say the name. I can't say the name because that's free advertisement. Used to be $1 for everything. Now it's $1.25. But you can get these little simple things that you keep, or you can use the soup bowls you have in your kitchen. We're not using anything toxic. We're not using anything with chemicals in it. You can use it and wash it out. What are we talking about? Oil and salt. Now, while your oil is heating up in your kind of homemade double boiler, what you want to do is you want to make your salt scrub. You want to make your salt scrub. So what you want to do, what salt are we going to use? Let's use all of them, okay? You want to put a little salt in your bowl, just like that. I'm going to put a little bit of each of them. The pink salt, the Himalayan salt, the Epsom salt, and the black Dead Sea salt. Just put it in the bowl, all right? Just put it in the bowl like that. Then what you want to do is, oh, this is so lovely. What you want to do then is you want to add your oil. Add your oil, whatever oil it is that you're using, okay? You just add it in, because what you want to do is you want to make kind of like a little paste. You don't want it soupy, droopy wet. You just want to kind of make a little paste. So you mix it up, your salt and your oil. Can you see that? I'm mixing it up. My Epsom salt. Okay, I need a little more oil in here. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Let me see. You want it wet, but you don't want it runny. All right. I bought this little thing at the place that sells everything for $1.25 too. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do today, I'm mixing this up so you can see it. All right. Salt. Don't use regular table salt. Okay. Don't use that. Too much sodium. Too much sodium. Get you some sea salt, or get you some one of these salts. And you can get a bag, like a 5-pound bag, a 2-pound bag. You can get it online. It'll last you forever, because you're only going to do this once a week. Radical self-care to nurture your hands, to stimulate your organs, and to keep yourself, de-stressed. So you see how that looks? This is a little dry. Let me put a little more in here. Now if you really want to get jiggy with it, you could do things like black castor oil. Oh, yes, detoxifies. Or you can use black seed oil. You can really use those. Okay, now we got something going on here. Like that. You see how that is? So it's a little soupy. It's a little wet. Now, what you want to do, take your rings off. Take your rings off. And then what you want to do with this. Now, what I'm doing is I'm going to use Masterpiece Quita Maldición Salt Scrub. All right. You know why? See, it's already scented. It's already seasoned. It's already everything. And this is how it comes when you get it from masterpiecebodytherapy.com. You can get your Quita Maldición, and see, it's also dark. Yeah, because it has activated charcoal in it. So I'm going to use that. And you can also, you know what you can do? Add some essential oils to your salt mixture. Yeah, add some essential oils. No, I'm not protesting 25 cents. I love the 25 cents. It don't stop me. I go right in there and get everything I need. I just wanted to say, you don't have to have special equipment. You have things in your house that'll help you with your radical self-care. Now, I used orange oil. I think I'm going to add a little lemongrass too. Why? Because these are stimulating. So I put a little lemongrass in there, and then I mix it up. So now I have my salt scrub for my hands. And like I said, you can also get if you don't want to mix and make, Masterpiece Quita Maldición, we have that. Then you want to take just a little bit and put it in your hand. See, I got a little bit of, and what you want to do is you want to massage it in, and you want to scrub those hands. You want to scrub them nicely, gently, not scrub like you're working on a washboard, but you want to make sure that you get the salt all over your hands, all up in there, because you're softening, you're moisturizing the hands. Rub gently, because you don't want the salt to make micro cuts on your skin. Some people use sugar, but I don't know. I haven't done the research to find out, like, if you're diabetic or you have hypertension, what the sugar does. So I just go ahead and use the salt. You want to do the back. You want to do all over the hands. You want to get up in the nail beds, particularly you guys. Guys, get up in the nail bed. Because I saw this brother yesterday in the Staples when I was making a hand chart for you that I can't use because I couldn't turn the camera around. And I wanted to say, you need to come home and let me demonstrate radical self-care on your hands, because his cuticles were just hungry. They were starving. They needed some. And you just rub. You want to get all in there, and you want to moisturize. You want to scrub. Get up under those nails, up under there, because sometimes we get hardness, yeah? And all around the nail bed, you want to do that with your salt. And now you have enough that you'll be able to use it 3 or 4 times if you put it in a Ziploc bag or if you put it in a small container. And it's not just that you want to exfoliate and stuff. What you want to do is you want to take time out of your day, out of your week, to pay attention to yourself. Radical self-care. You know, when was the last time you had a good conversation with your hands? When was the last time you said even thank you to your hands? Without them, you couldn't even be on this thing looking at me, right? But we don't take care of our hands. We don't take care of ourselves. But today we're just working with the hands because I just want you to really get how important it is to work with your hands to get to all of the organs in your body. Okay, so you rub for a little while. Now what you want to do, you want to get you a paper towel, or I have a little hand towel here. You want to just wipe it off gently. Wipe the salt off gently. You don't want to take it all off. I'll tell you why in a minute. Okay, so you want to wipe your salt off gently. If you have a small hand towel, you can do that. Then remember that oil that we heated up? Well, I've got it right over here. And then what you want to do, now this, you know what this is. This is a Pyrex baking dish. I didn't have to go out and buy nothing fancy. I don't have to buy nothing fancy. And what you want to do is you just want to immerse your hands in that warm oil. Even with the salt on it, you want to immerse your hands. And you know what? You want to keep them there at least 20 minutes. Your oil will be warm. Your hands will be moisturized. You want to keep them there at least 20 minutes. And during that 20 minutes, you know what you can do? You can listen to some really nice music, or you can pray, or you can meditate. You know, if you must, you can look at TV. Just don't look at the news, because while you're activating all your nerve endings, you don't want to be looking at the news. But I say just tune out from the world. Turn into you. Radical self-care. Listen to your thoughts. Pray for yourself. Sing to yourself while your hands are soaking in that warm oil. I'm telling you, it feels really, really good. Okay? So after your 20 minutes is up, and you get all of that off, you want to get the salt off now. You want to get the salt off. So you wipe your hands from the oil, nice, gently pat your hands, get all of that oil off of there. That's what you want to do. Get your oil off. Get your salt off. You don't want the salt in for your next step, which is your massage. So now you've exfoliated your hands. You've moisturized them. You've nurtured them in there. Now we're going to go stimulate. We're going to use our hands to stimulate our body. And the way you're going to do that is just take some of your oil, rub it in your hands. You want to start real gently, rubbing it in your hands. Rub it on. Yeah. And then you want to take your thumb, the pad of your thumb, and you just want to massage all over your hands. All over your hands. Yeah, you just want to rub them. Do one hand at a time. And remember, let me see if I can show you. You can download this from online. If you've got problems in your lungs, in your breast, in your eyes, in your ears, you'll know exactly where to massage. You got a headache, problems with headaches, go right there in that thumb pad. Get right in there. Yeah. Liver is right here in the middle. If you're not doing well with your, your sugar, your pancreas and that kind of stuff, you want to get right in there. Eyes and ears, right up in here, right under the fingers. And you just use one thumb and you massage. A reflexologist will walk it. Yeah, walk it. But since I have nails, I can't do reflexology. Down here, this is your reproductive organs. Like ladies with those who have those fibroids and stuff like that, get right down here. So you just go online, go to Professor Google, that's my friend, and you look up hand chart. And you look up hand chart and they'll bring you up the images and you can print it out. And then while you are massaging your hands, and be sure to get the fingers, pull the fingers gently and pull them up, because that's where you're going to get your eyes and your ears stimulated, working those. I'm telling you, just taking time. This whole thing will take you 20 minutes. And like I said, if you don't want to make your own salt scrub, go to masterpiecebodytherapy.com, get you some Quita Maldición salt scrub. Yeah, all right? Get that? And then you go to the other one, and you can also do this. This is what they call knuckle it. Yeah. And you know what? It feels good. Down here, get these pads down here, right down in here. Arthritis, muscle soreness, lymph nodes, huge. Ladies, we have congestion in our lymph nodes, and that leads to all kind of tumors in the body, problems with the breast. Get those lymph nodes right along the side here. Again, get your chart so that you know what you're working on. And you just massage those hands and do the back, because there are things in the back of the hand also, all right? So because we're talking about radical self-care, this is just something that you can do. Soak them, exfoliate them, massage them. These incredible instruments. And what that means is that you've taken time out of the day, out of working and the kids and the whatever, just to focus on you, so that you know that you matter to you. Now, when it's all said and done, let me see if I can get all of this oil off of here. I hope you can see. Look at that. Look at that. They're beautiful. Aren't they beautiful? I love you. So that's our radical self-care tip for today. You do a wonderful salt scrub to exfoliate the hands, soak them in warm oil, and then give yourself a lovely massage. Now, you can do the same thing with your feet. Now, I couldn't put my feet up here on the screen because they look like Jurassic Park. I have to get them. I'm doing that today because today is Hump Day Wednesday, and I wanted to bring you a tip for radical self-care. I sure hope this has been helpful for somebody. Somebody said, can you use it on your face? Well, I don't use salt on my face because the skin on the face is very, very fine, very thin, and the salt may make micro cuts, and you don't want to do that and then get the free radicals in it. But they do have things, scrubs and microabrasion scrubs that you can use on your skin. Again, Quita Maldición salt scrub at masterpiecebodytherapy.com. You can use that on your entire body. But since we were doing hand, I'm telling you, my hands look beautiful. Look, they look beautiful. I can put my rings back on now. And again, your oils, don't make it a big thing. Take 20 minutes and dedicate that 20 minutes to yourself. I'll be back next Wednesday with another radical self-care tip that we're going to, I'm going to be with you throughout the summer so that we don't just run amok out here. Be sure to look up Word for the Day on my brand new TikTok. Is it TikTok? TikTok thingy hoozy, whatever that thing is over there. I'm on the TikTok now. And bringing you a word of the day, because since we don't do global community connection anymore, I miss you. So you can't talk to me, but I can talk to you. Okay, Radical Self-Care Wednesday. I will see you next week. Go get you some salt and some oil and do your hands on Hump Day Wednesday. See you next time. Bye-bye.